Hello everyone, and welcome to episode 10 of 13 Sentinels Aegis Rim. We will, as always, be jumping directly in just a few seconds. I managed to make the classic mistake. Whoops, sorry, I'm bumping the microphone slightly. The classic mistake of getting us started without getting the chat window completely open. Now that that is done, awesome, let's jump in. There's always that burst of music when you first press any button. So now where I wanted to start was with a destruction mission. We very nearly did another combat mission near the end of the last episode. I like starting up with these. I feel like it gets my feet back wet into the world, and then we can jump into remembrance or analysis and pick up in the story where we left off. All right, let's go ahead with Shibugaki City, Battle 4. Yeah, we had a whole bunch of people. Basically, everybody we brought in the last mission is now brain overloaded, but it gave everybody else a chance to come on down. So we do want to have Ogata on the strike team, and fortunately, he is available. And that's a reference to the bonus objectives that you see down there. Aside from that, what do we know? Many modified G-Molar Kaiju will appear. Now, I believe the G-Molars are armored, so we want to maybe focus on any abilities that are armor-piercing to help deal with them. I am going to bring Juro Karabe, because he hasn't... Let me just make sure that he's not like a super higher level. No, perfect. So we're going to bring him along, and that we're going to let Fuyusaka rest because she's a little bit burned out. I'm going to take... For a similar reason, Kisaragi's gonna sit this one out, I think. Let's bring... Yeah, actually, we've got a few options here. So I think if we just bring everybody else, we're good. And do I have points to upgrade anybody? I don't know. I have 15,000. It's not too bad. So, Demolisher Blade ignores armor, and that is well upgraded on this guy. So... is there anything else that I might want to upgrade on him? Oh, hold on 1 second. A modified condenser extends Demolisher Blade's range and number of attacks. Wow, that would be awesome for him. The only trouble is that I don't have meta system level 7, so let's think about what we want to do. You know something? Before we do that, let me go over to meta system actually, because I wanted to see if we could not score boost, not score multiplier, chip multiplier, which again requires meta system level 7. I think we should do that. Again, meta chip multiplier. Hello to Salamander. Yes, hashtag great upgrade all the things. In particular, yeah, this is going to be expensive, but I think that if we can afford that and then chip multiplier, I think it's really going to pay off. And we can. Look at that. So we're going to take this up from 1.2 to 1.4. Feels like a small change in the balance, but this is going to be well worth it. I believe with that, we cannot get... What was it? Hyper condenser? Yeah, that's a little bit too expensive. That's not to say that we can't upgrade anybody. Let's see who else we've got on deck. Juro's actually doing okay. Look at his abilities there. He's got a couple options there. My only question is, do any of those abilities pierce armor? No, 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 and no. Okay, so can we upgrade something for him that will give him some... piercing rockets? That's not really the same as armor piercing, though, is it? Nope, that's too expensive. No, 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 no. Okay. Well, so... Wait, Guardian +1. He has this ability and it isn't even equipped. And so does he have Sentry Gun. Boy, I am just the best Sentinel pilot. So we've added 2 abilities that didn't cost us anything, and that gives him a few more options. Sentry Gun, I don't know if it's good against armor, but it's not bad against armor, because it fires in a straight line and absolutely obliterates everything in a very, very long range. So let's go over to Minami. First of all, yeah, she has long-range missiles that aren't equipped. What have I been doing in so many episodes? Now, doesn't pierce armor, no, no, and no. Stun Knuckles, doesn't do it. Anti-air is not going to be very useful for this, and the other things I can't afford. We may need to mix up the lineup here, because I need enemies that can... Sorry, I need allies that can punch through some of this armor. So let's see what we got. Okay, stun knuckles, not equipped. Alright, but again, nothing that punches through armor. Yikes, alright. Now, we having other options. Oh my goodness, hello to everybody. Hello to everybody raiding over with Caroluna. We've got Samlander was here earlier, but we do also have Moo, Caroluna, Patikan. Patikan, I was wrecked that I was not able to watch your stream today. But Caroluna, how was World of Warships? Oh, and hello to Psycho. Psycho4136, I hope that you're also having a great... What is this, Tuesday? How was World of Warships? I've known people that have jumped deep into like World of Tanks and World of Warships, and they really enjoy them, but I've not heard very much about them. I'm curious how you like them so far. Okay, so here we've got a G4 with a weapon that it ignores armor. Yep, I like that. And ignores armor. Arm-mounted convergent lasers. But what about the pulse lasers? So I can unlock this, but I feel like that money would almost be better spent upgrading the arm-mounted pulse lasers. And then finally, for my least favorite character in the whole game, yeah, he doesn't have any unequipped items because I don't really upgrade him very much. Yeah, it'll be nice to have a shield matrix on somebody, I guess. Now, the only thing is, like, the people that I'm not bringing, do any of them have, like, really good armor-piercing abilities? Not really. I mean, this would be great, the anti-ground hunter missile, if I could afford it, which I can't. And then Fuyusaka, how about you? Nope, 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 nope. Wow, I don't have very many tools that will burst right through shields. Kind of an issue. Or sorry, armor. Carolina was saying of World of Warships it was very dangerous. Patikan says of Assassin's Creed Valhalla, it's only for this week, so you can watch streams again next week. I did have a lot of fun in your last Fall Guys stream, for sure. Moo is saying, I literally live to hear Auspicious Angel's surprise each and every time he's been raided, and then finally see his chat. Well, I'm glad that it's fun for you too, because, yeah, I tend to get reading, and there's always that moment of panic of like, oh no, oh, how long have they been there? When did I last check chat? Have I been a bad host? Carolina says, I'm in total a lot deeper into World of Tanks than I am to World of Warships, but I haven't played World of Tanks in ages. I feel like I play the what game every day. Oh, I know that game. I'm the best at that game. Okay, so I'm going to go back to, not Juro. Who was the guy that had the, yeah, arm-mounted pulse lasers. Let's enhance that. Oh, I can actually do it a second time. Yeah, I think that that's a good call. They're his free ability, but I feel like it's one of the only things that we're bringing into this combat that has the benefit of piercing armor. All right, and with that, between you and me, I'm actually going to save it because we have not lost a mission. We haven't gotten below an S rank so far, so I'm going to cheese this a little bit and say, hey, I'm going to save that before we go in. With that said, hey, let's go fight many modified G-Molar Kaiju.
Hey, Amiguchi. Kinda brings back some memories, huh? It's like our brawl on the big bridge.
Oh yeah, when we threw down with those Curry High punks in middle school? Kinda went south when someone called the cops on us. We all had to jump in the river to get away.
Sure, but that was after we knocked 20 of those chumps on their asses. Got the same kind of feeling seeing these clowns, so... Square up, strap in, kick ass.
Are you two done trying to prove how badass you were in middle school? Give me a break.
This coming from the leader of the Suzu High Girls?
They're here. As moving as this nostalgia's been, you need to stop wasting time and start wasting kaiju.
The hell'd you say? Hey, asshole, get back here!
Hey, don't go picking fights in our own squad. What, you're not gonna stop him?
Ogata's fine. He got up in my face like that when we first met, and now we're cool. Let's go.
Okay, as always, destroy all of them and don't let the terminal get destroyed. Oh, God. So, it's valuable to note that the game actually runs in real time until you do something to pause it. So, we've got enemies coming in here. Moo, let me ask you a quick question. Do your kids watch Are You Afraid of the Dark? And more importantly, are they going to watch aren't they doing like a reboot of that series as well? I know they're doing like a reboot or a new series of Goosebumps, but I thought I heard that they were also going to do Are You Afraid of the Dark? Ah, yes. Okay, so Flare Torpedo. We want to land this right where they're coming down. It's actually our top priority. So let's move him a little bit closer. He flies, so we're not going to have too much difficulty. As soon as we apply that, what else do we want to greet these ground kaiju with?
I keep my spirits up. What to do?
Yeah, for real, what to do.
Not throwing away my shot.
I'm looking for anybody that has a, EMP attractor. The sigh that you hear there is... I want to hold him in abeyance so that we can move him, so that he can use that to the next group that comes in. So let's get him on like a major intersection headed the other way, on the assumption that some more kaiju will come down from that direction.
I have to focus.
I want turrets. Yeah, sentry gun. That's what they're called. Let me get a nice sentry gun right here. It might have to fire through some buildings to hit its target, but I'm not living there, so I'm good.
What's our plan?
Moo is saying that the kids don't watch anything but YouTube kids crap. Well, it's better than YouTube militant weirdo politics crap. There's lots of that to go around. Psycho's saying of Moo's, like, does that mean like Coco Melon? I'm not familiar with Coco Melon, or Blippy, for that matter. I'm behind on my... I don't have any... Yeah. Let's move him out here a little bit. I'm behind on my YouTube Kids stuff. You know what my niece and nephew watch? Like, oh my God. My nephew was watching... Sorry, I'm like kind of mad even talking about this. I saw him watching like some YouTube video that was like things titled things like these were super clickbaity titles, like homeless man buys Ferrari with cash, and it seemed like, have I shared this story before? Oh, good news, everyone! Marvel's Avengers got updated. Our long national nightmare is over. Oh, you know what that is? That's probably the Wakanda expansion. Oh, if I ever play that game, that'll be really interesting. Okay, stop. Sorry, so where's the person with the... Wait, did I really move him that far up? Oh, cool. Now I'm too close. That was a terrible decision. And the video... Sorry, just to close out this part of the story, the video was some plainly wealthy young gentleman basically putting on a dirty t-shirt and not shaving for 6 hours and going into a, like, I don't know, Ferrari dealership or whatever, and being treated extremely well, possibly because there was a camera pointed at him at all times, and purchasing a car. The end. That's the whole story. Like, nothing happened.
Stay on guard.
And I was like, looking at my nephew being like, what? Why? And I asked him afterwards, like, so what'd you think of that? And he's like, I don't know, it's fine. Okay. Okay, so we landed the flare torpedo, and it is currently doing, I think, additional damage. Let's double up on that. We're going to do an action, and... yeah, we're going to just fire across all those dudes. Moving that reminds her of a story. One time the mother-in-law parked the kids in front of an episode of Caillou on YouTube, but it wasn't the sanctioned channel. As we came in to hear this heavy metal music saying a lot of, whoa, inappropriate neo-Nazi crap, and the kids just watching away. Yeah, whoops. It's one of those things, like you said, it's got to be the right channel or, oh no. Okay, so I managed to get my G1. Like, you would think that maybe the kaiju would spread out a little bit, but no, we've got the second group coming in here. So, pending more information, let me see if I can try to get him over here. And everybody else is doing something for me.
No point overthinking
Nope.
it. Not throwing away my...
What to do?
Okay, can we... Oh, yeah, I love heavy metal railgun or whatever this is.
Ready for this? How's that? Yeah!
Enemy on. What's our plan?
Okay, when these guys land, I should be able to do a whole bunch of like long-range missiles right on them. So yeah, I want to wait for them to come down because the guys inside that flare torpedo, they are not having a great day.
Enemy on the move.
Yeah, I'm just gonna hold my action here.
I won't back down.
Yeah, look at this. Another group is coming in right here. So we are about to have some visitors. I'm just gonna wait for them to land, I think, at this point. Sentry gun? Yeah. Yeah, let's put on another sentry gun like over here. Sentry guns you don't get to control, but it just feels like a whole bunch of free attacks. All right. Long-range missiles. Yep, everybody over here got killed, presumably by the flare torpedo. It's really good.
Target confirmed.
Better put on a show for Yuki-chan.
All right. Arm-mounted pulse lasers, that's what I brought in here to, like, pierce armor. He is not in a great position. We need to be a little bit closer. So let's just move him a little bit down here. Not too far, because, I mean, he's not in a... Whoa.
Warning. Dymo signatures identified. Enemy in range.
Multiple G-Mullers engaging from the southeast. They just keep on coming.
Then we'll keep on fighting. Now then. No point overthinking it.
Also, Psycho was saying, to be fair, when watching kids' YouTube with Play Next recommended, it probably leads to all those topics randomly. Oh, and hello to Azric. Azric, your color is, to my eyes, exactly the same as Psycho, so I didn't recognize it first. But hello to Azric. I hope you're having a great Tuesday night. Moose jumping out for a phone call, and Psycho saying, I heard a while back there were some people putting some crazy videos on YouTube, kids to mess with them. Yeah, and it's like... that can potentially get your channel banned, but if it was a troll channel to begin with, I'm not sure that's the disincentive that YouTube might want it to be. Let's see. My G1 feels like he's very much out of position. Yeah, I'm sort of going to wait until this next guy comes down. So... that is a lot of very heavily armored guys. So, can I switch up? Yep, okay, so this arm-mounted pulse laser is going to ignore their armor. It may or may not kill them, but they're not going to be happy at the end of this attack. Turns out they're extremely unbothered by that attack. That really shut me up. Okay, so I can put a flare torpedo right in their path, and that actually feels like it's probably a good idea, but... we could also drop a flare torpedo down right on top of where these guys are going to land. And that never fails.
Okay. What now?
Okay, I am calling a mulligan. Here's what we're going to do with you. We're going to bring you all the way down here and try to get in the path of these guys.
Let's go knock it out.
Long-range missiles. Yeah. Yeah, man, mess them up.
They're like any other punks.
So specifically, what I want to do is I want to get him in Demolisher Blade range because he is going to obliterate whatever he can get into this firing arc that you can see here. But he's not in a good position yet, so we're just going to have to let him keep moving.
I'll try.
Okay, Demolisher Blade time? Demolisher Blade time. Now, I don't actually expect this to kill everybody there, but it's gonna do enough.
Class is in session. Got him. That's it.
What now?
Okay, ignores armor. Yeah, why is it so weak though? It hits a bunch of dudes. Like, I'm not gonna sneeze at what it does, but it's not punching as hard as I would expect for ignores armor.
Enemy down.
Enemy on the move.
Signatures from above.
Sam Lander's agreeing you can't just put kids in front of YouTube. It isn't safe. Yeah, YouTube... I feel like the internet in general, like what I was about to say could just be, you know, better phrased as the internet. The internet is not good at policing its own... Oh, that is a very big guy with a lot of armor on it. And so is this. Okay, well, let's fire some long-range missiles.
Now then, always think ahead.
Okay, is it time for Shield Matrix? Because I do have some guys here that are in danger of taking some hits on their off turns. This G4 is not in any immediate danger that I see. So, yeah, let's throw a Shield Matrix on these three allies.
Thanks. Okay.
Okay, I've put down 2 sentry guns with him. You know what? It might be a great opportunity. No, I was going to throw down a Guardian, but he's kind of not great. What if I just put down another sentry gun? What if we just turn this into sentry gun station? Oh, look at this. Wait, I wasn't paying enough attention to the map. We've got a whole new crew coming in. Okay. I'm going to put down a Guardian over here. And hopefully when those people come down, they'll be distracted by it.
Within enemy threat range.
Okay, so it's time for more Demolisher Blade. The question is, where do I line this up to get the absolute best punch for it? Turns out... Okay, I feel like this is it. I feel like that's going to hit the most amount of dudes.
Come on! Take it! See ya! Hit!
I feel like he blew up somebody outside of his attack arc just for spite. Oh, hello to Brian! Azric is saying, sharing in the green, the chat color along with Samalander now. And Samalander says, we've at all the channels the daughter watches and the son watches mostly science stuff. Yeah, I have worked hard when I'm with the niece and nephew to try to get them to think critically. Like, it's not enough, I don't feel, like they're of an age now where it's not enough to just say, no, don't look at that. It's... Here's why. Here's what's wrong with it. Here's why it's not just, like, harmless fun or whatever. Boy, if I could get, like, here and fire all the way down there with her, long-range, railgun thing? Main battery railgun? Like, that's bad. That's not bad. But if we could fire laterally all the way across them... Yeah. There's a lot of guys over there. I am actually going to... Or EMP Stunner. No. Okay, here's what we're going to do with her. Let's... Oh, look at her position. She has to go all the way around the block to get there. Okay. That's why the streets are important. So, long-range missiles. That's what we'll do.
Man, we've got it rough.
Yeah, I want you a little bit closer, though. Especially with your shield. Yeah, let's get you right up here, and we're gonna fire those automatic pulse lasers across as many guys as we possibly can. Yep, big ice cream cone of machine gun fire here. Except it really doesn't get past that first line. I guess that's why it's his free attack. Brian's asking how am I doing? Just sort of behind-the-scenes programming note, you'd be amazed how often what we're streaming, like which game, is actually quietly being determined by the weather. It's actually extremely, like, hot and humid here today. So that's why it's not a PC game. It was almost Mad Max, but when I thought about the amount of heat that was going to pump out, it was like, I'm kind of feeling a little bit more like Aegis Rim today. So I can drop a... Devastator mine on them or whatever, but ignores armor. I feel like that's... Here's why I'm going to do that. Do you see the 2 missiles that are firing past them? We want to stop those from coming in.
I'm in range. Good. Target destroyed. Not throwing away my shot.
Yikes. Okay, well, long-range missiles do best against swarms of enemies, and boy, do we have a swarm of enemy. Also, we're going to knock out that missile that we can see coming in, so that's the way to do that.
Did I get it? What now?
I am very concerned about the amount of damage I'm not putting out in this combat so far. Yeah, Sam Melander says, that's a lot of dudes, and we have some incoming fire, and my memory is that, wait, is there a Sentinel here? Hold on a second, where?
I have to focus.
That might be one of our sentry guns, which is fine. I don't really care if that takes some damage. So, fires piercing rockets at kaiju in the area. Yeah, man. Pierce away. Oh, look how much damage that did. Okay, it probably did a number on the city, but just to set everybody's mind at ease, there was an earlier plot point where Chihiro, who appears to be about 6 years old, successfully evacuated several million people into the future. Because that's just a thing that characters in this game do with their spare time. So don't worry about, we don't want to damage the city too badly, but there's actually a pleasing loss of human life here.
Here comes the pain. Got him. That's it.
I gotta keep it together.
Okay, let's fire at this. I don't think it's going to hit those missiles that you can see in the air, but... Oh, no, it will. Yep. Okay, I think that hits everybody in this line.
Ready for this? Get it!
Lots of armor to contend with. Does he still have a shield? I don't think so. Yeah. What else do you got, buddy? Ignores armor. Okay, let's do the ignores armor on this cluster of guys that does include a, like one of those high quad guys.
Here goes. Nice. There you go. Always think ahead.
Yeah, I'm feeling pretty good about laying down another shield matrix on some of my friends. Gosh, I really like to spread my guys out. Yeah, this G1 out here, who is this, Ogata? He is in sufficiently surrounded that I want to make sure that if he takes a punch, it doesn't hurt him too bad. And if you're wondering, wait a second, there's an attack coming in. Why didn't Angel move the guy that's about to take a big hit? I did not notice in time. Hello to Centrifugal Force. Yes, not that late at all. Force, as far as I'm aware, the whole job situation has worked out well. Are you feeling pretty good about where things landed? Okay, so, I very much want to zoom out. There's a big hit coming in. Can Demolisher Blade correct for my poor decision making? Can I get around behind him? No, I can't. All right, so let's count our blessings that we can do this at all and do this at all. Yes! Okay. Because it's not the only attack coming in. Also, yeah, Goto, if you look up there top left, Goto took a big punch. See how his top bar is down to like mid-green? That's very bad. That's the most damage I think that we've taken on any given target so far in the whole game. Stun Knuckles? I would love some Stun Knuckles, but... Okay, where are you specifically that you can't move from that position? Okay. So I can fire through these guys. It's not going to stop that attack from coming in. And I don't have any defenses to go with it. So... And Stun Knuckles apparently has a range of like 2.5 feet. So I can't do anything of value with this. All right. Heavy machine gun, rail gun. It is. I am very concerned about the outcome of this fight. So the last time I fired the piercing rockets, they did an awesome job. So, oh, wait, what? Can I hit these guys? Well, I can hit the guy that's about to shoot its cannon. So let's see if we can get some real... Nope.
We've got it rough.
Oh, shield matrix. Please, 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 please. Yes, yes. Assuming that that hit hasn't already taken place.
Thanks. Okay, what now?
Oh, I want you over here so much. Yeah. Okay, so I can leap attack to get a little bit of distance. I'm not sure if that's... No, you know what? We upgraded his running. Yeah.
I'll try.
Let's rely on his running to try to get... Let's hope that getting here will be close enough to finish off the Devastator Blade. Centrifugal Force says, yes, I'm waiting to hear when my start date is Monday or Monday after next. Well, since that is locked in, enjoy your time. You know, there'll be plenty of time to stress about work and whatever else coming up. Enjoy the opportunity you have now to just sort of like chill out and relax. I mean, you probably might need stuff because I know that like moving at one point was on the table, so there might be a lot to do with that. But to any extent that you can enjoy this period, yeah, EMP Stunner. I don't know for a fact that EMP Stunner is going to blow those rockets out of the sky, but I sure hope it does. Wow. Also, I'm going to submit that there are now sufficient targets that I'm going to fire the Phase Plasma EMP, halts movement, and drops Aerial Kaiju. Yeah. Why not?
They ought to be used to fights by now.
Okay, Demolisher Blade. Yeah. Alright, so... Nope. Target this one primarily because that one has the most hit points, but if you happen to hit the others as well, that's perfectly cool. I love Devastator Blade so much. Yes, so whatever I did with him, I think it was mostly the flare torpedoes. He is out of juice, so he can do some fresh actions. Yeah, here's what we're gonna do. Let's move you right around here, because then you can fire off some of those pulse cannons for him.
Number 22, advancing. Gotta think.
Yeah, based on his position, yeah, I want to lay down a sentry gun right here in the hopes that he fires northish and just pierces through all those guys.
Here's the plan.
All right, and you do as much over here as you possibly can.
That easy. That's that. Enemy on the move.
Not too worried about this one guy who's also kind of stunned.
Stay calm. Remember your training.
Yeah, I feel like this is a combination of not really having the team that I would have liked to for an encounter like this, and also
Enemy on the move.
I need to maybe refocus the amount of damage that my guys are putting out because it's not as much as it needs to be in these later combats. All right, yeah, we're gonna sort of move over there.
Winning? Try this. Nailed it. I got him.
I like that these guys down in the corner have gotten so wrecked that they've actually been pushed outside the boundary. I'm also not entirely sure why sometimes not on my turn the enemies are being destroyed. Yes. Okay. This is exactly the time that I would like to use heavy metal... what is the name of this? Main battery heavy railgun. It's not that hard. I don't know why I don't say it correctly.
I did it!
Always think ahead.
Okay, he is very low on EP, but he did recharge some that time. Yeah, I'm not going to say no to some free damage here.
Good. Target destroyed. Not throwing away my shot.
Oh, we've got an incoming rocket. Okay. Can you... Yeah, just take out the rocket for me.
Did I get it? Okay. What now?
Now, bad news. That's an incoming attack. See that sort of like pink and yellow line there? If you're thinking that doesn't look particularly clear, like I wouldn't have known that was an attack, yeah, it does tend to sort of blend in with the rest of the holograms. Someone is asking the sentry guns, maybe. That is surely in response to something that I said or did. Like, we do have some sentry guns out there. Oh, that's what's causing the enemies to blow up. Yeah, you're actually probably right. I tend to put those down and then talk about how they're free attacks and then not remember that I did that. Okay, I would like to order 1 Demolisher Blade, please.
Got him. There it goes. What now?
Let's, so... like, why not do this, right? Why not do the attack that hits all of them? Well, because at the end of that move, he's in the middle of all of them and then prone to taking all of their attacks. So that's why I do tend to hang back a little bit. But if we can throw on a shield matrix, then maybe do it on his next turn, I'd feel a lot better about that move.
I have to focus.
Yeah, let's just finish off this threat over here.
How's that? Got it.
They're like any other punks.
Yeah, see how the roads are? This is why, like, the fact that he can only walk on roads becomes important, because he's so far away. It's not a straight line for him the way that it might be for some of the others. But we can leap attack over here. They're not going to like this at all. And he can take a punch.
Got a target on my back here.
Yeah, he just got shielded, I think. Yes, he did. All right, multi-lock and missiles.
I'm in range. That easy. Good.
What to do? Just watch. Hit. Yeah.
They ought to be used to fights by
Okay,
now.
I think... hide. I believe that Demolisher Blade will hopefully finish off the last of them.
That's it.
Termination of enemy signals confirmed.
Yeah, Goto took a great big punch to the gut. He took a lot of damage.
Aegis activated. Terminal closure complete. Surrounding 2-kilometer area now fully secure. Ending technical analysis.
Hard to get the upper hand when their numbers keep increasing so fast. Any units equipped with EMPs should fire at will. That electromagnetic pulse will slow them down.
EMP. Is that what this clunky thing on my leg is? Oh, this was in one of my sci-fi books. It uses these big electromagnetic waves to take out electrical circuits.
It's a tool made for localized operations. The EMP pulse is generated from the attached plasma dome.
But the Sentinels are machines too. Can we afford to set that off near allies?
Each Sentinel automatically shields itself when it detects an allied mech firing an EMP. The enemies need a moment to bring their systems back online. It's a temporary effect, but it can still buy us some time.
Did we do it?
Kitaro Miura and A. Sekigahara still look exactly the same to me. We're either not yet meant to know that they are the same person from different timelines, or members of the same family, or they just ran out of character designs for high school men and decided that they would just put a scar on one. I honestly don't know which of those it is. All right, place your bets. S rank? Will this be the first one that we fail?
Let's keep it going. We're all surviving this.
Well, not fail, but don't get an S rank in. Okay, prepared for death. That's not the upgrade I would have wanted, but you know what it is? You know why we're getting S ranks? it must. Here's the only thing that makes sense in the whole world. It has to be based on score, and we've been doing the win streak. Like, I've never done the rest to reset the multiplier, so we're getting like 250% score multiplier right now. See that streak bonus? The 85,000 points that we got for the streak bonus? The 85,000 points that makes up such a sizable chunk of the 194,000 that we got total? That's a huge bonus, and I think that must be it, because 17% city damage doesn't feel very successful to me. Yeah, pro tip. Apparently I'm going to be the world's leading expert on 13 Sentinels. Get that win streak bonus up. Never allow your teenagers to rest. Keep them in combat all of the time, and you too can have an absurdly high win bonus. I gotta spend some mystery points. That's where we're going next. No. We will come back for more combat later, probably even later this episode. But for now, let's go over to analysis. And yes, mystery files. So we learned something about Megumi. Let's find out what it is. Yakushiji enters a contract with Fluffy, the talking cat, if you're joining us in progress, and uses the magical gun, which is not magic, to shoot Renya Goto, Kitaro Miura, Shu Amaguchi, Tomi Kisaragi, and Iori Fuyusaka. Yakushiji is the only one who's able to see Fluffy. Yeah, plot twist. It's not... So, we now know for a fact that there's two cats. One that is just a cat, and the other one which is a talking cat. I have no doubt that talking cat Fluffy exists because it's given Megumi a weapon that she is using to shoot at the others, and other characters in the scene react to her doing this, so it's not just her imagination or whatever. So there is somebody there. Why she's the only one that can perceive Fluffy, total mystery right now. We know that it's not magic, and also, if Fluffy's goal was to seal their power in a way that, like, it sounds like he might be trying to stop them from becoming Sentinel pilots, why is every single person on that list a Sentinel pilot? Does he really have a 0% success rate? I don't buy it. What I don't know is who's right. Who is right in this conflict between Fluffy the talking cat that only Megumi can see, and I believe Ms. Morimura, who is trying to stop the Sentinel project from going forward. Or maybe she's not. I don't know. We can talk all day about what we think is happening or take steps to find out what's happening. So we did learn something about... Oh, so this is the guy that I always think is Ogato, just because he has that, like, weird pompadour hairstyle thing. Takumi Wajima is a delinquent student in 1985. He's one of the top dogs in the gang at Nigakuri Industrial School, Curry High for short. Also known as Talk of Curry High, he's rough around the edges and has a foul mouth to match. Seems like a tough guy, but he's usually the one getting beaten up. Yeah, he has failed poorly. So Centrifugal Force is saying Analyze D. Was that a thing? Analyze D. Was that on screen at some point? Because it might have been. There's sometimes interface elements that I miss. Okay, so we learned something about multi-rocket launchers. Hi, everyone. Welcome to episode 10 of 13 Sentinels, where the game is just now describing to us weapons that we've had since episode 1. Second generation Sentinel armament fires off 8 consecutive rockets from the shoulder-mounted missile pods. I don't care about anything that's saying. Okay. Officially called Giant Molar, 35 meters tall, a massive kaiju with both incredible weight and power. This kaiju specializes in close-quarter combat. Its thick armor makes it hard to take down with ranged attacks like missiles and rapid-fire guns. Yeah, it goes down like a chump to Devastator Blade, though. Hold on, everyone. We're gonna read the codex entry for canned cat food. Kami is the cat food that Megumi Yakushiji buys for Fluffy, a luxurious cat food that only uses white tuna. So here's a question. Does the cat food disappear from the bowl, or was she just assuming that... I'm just curious if the cat food was actually eaten. Like, Fluffy may be, like, not a corporeal entity because it's something that only she can see. but I mean, it's real, but it just might not be actually a physical cat. Okay, I have 5 mystery points. Let's learn something about Japanese history book. And by the way, I believe this is the one in 1985 that informed Kitaro Miura how World War II turned out. A Japanese history book published in January of 1985. It contains Japanese history from the Stone Age up to the first half of the 1980s. Kitaro Miura reads this book in Shu Amaguchi's room. True. All right, we looked at that. I don't know why it's still lit up, but whatever. So, yep, we read all about that. Okay, I'm running out of things to choose, so let's just go down the list. Kiriko Doji says... Kiriko Doji is Professor Doji's daughter. She's visiting the factory on behalf of the professor. Kiriko Doji is actually a cover identity and is actually... That's actually 2 actuallys in one sentence. He's actually a cover identity and is actually Tsukasa Okino, temporarily presenting as a girl. The real Kirijo Doji is in Tokyo. Oh, like the real... Okay, the real daughter. Got it. Okay, wow. There's a lot of information here about Tamao Karabe from 1945. She lives in 1945 with Kitaro Miura's little sister Chihiro. Tamao Karabe has repeatedly been receiving medicine from Renya Goto, which causes her to suddenly remember strange dreams. However, she starts receiving a different type of medicine one day that has the opposite effect, causing her to forget what she sees in her dreams. In 1945, Tamao exhausts herself in the burning ruins of the post-kaiju invasion and disappears as Kitaro Miura and the others watch. However, she is not truly dead. Instead, she remains under life support inside her pod, waiting for the end. Where did this information come from? What pod? Sam Lander's saying actually, and so is Force. Yep, the actually squad. Once Tamao hears from Kiriko Doji that her parents aren't the... What? Okay, so again, presenting facts not in evidence. Once Tamao Doji hears from Kiriko Doji that her parents aren't her real ones, and that she was brought here from the future, she can't help but sense that it's the truth. You guys, I do not believe that we have seen that scene. I do not know why we're learning that here in the Codex, but maybe it's one of those scenes that we will see soon. Okay, so Kyuto Shiba, no idea who that is. Never seen this cat before in my life. Juro Karabe's childhood friend, who's also into sci-fi and special effects films. He's the life of the party, easy to get along with, and is always making jokes. He seems to have a mysterious power. These are very aptly named mystery points because I have absolutely no memory of that character. And last but not least, it's Fluffy, a mysterious talking cat who offers Megumi Yakushiji a deal. He enters a contract with Yakushiji, promising he'll grant her wish of saving Juro Karabe if she carries out a dangerous mission. Not that dangerous. Though he looks like the cat seen around Sakura High, they're 2 completely different animals. Only Yakushiji is able to see them. I'm not gonna lie, I kind of feel a little bit like unlocking these mystery points are borderline spoilers, but also that doesn't make any sense because it's giving us the points and inviting us to come here, so... Force says, I like this lore dump that may or may not be presented to Angel. Force is saying, I was just transported into the past myself. And then, quote, I've never seen this cat before in my life. Oh, the cat's the one that I recognize. It's the the dude. Yeah. No idea who that guy is. It's been a while since we've played as Juro Karabe, but... Okay, so, we cannot play as Megumi, Ai Sekigahara, Natsuno Minami, Kitaro Miura. Oh, yeah, I was going to say, I didn't go very far with this guy, so I can't play as Hijiyama. Okay, I can go play as Ogata. I want to play as Kisaragi, because, remember, she's got, like, a robot version of her, and I have questions. We cannot play as Shu Amaguchi. Oh, wait, we can. I really don't want to play as Shu Amaguchi. Oh, this guy sucks so hard. Okay, I can't do that. Or Ryoko Shinonome. Yeah, I have a lot of questions about her. Okay, so, between the two, we have seen a lot more of Tomi Kisaragi. So what do we know about her before we jump in? Number one, she's from the future. It's either 2025 or 2065. Let's actually see if we can find out for sure. All right, so let's go find Tomi's story. Okay, 2024. So the very first time, the earliest point in the timeline that we ever see Megumi and Tomi, they're going to school in the year 2024, and that's when Juro Izumi crashes there in his Sentinel and sort of acts as the harbinger for a massive kaiju invasion that sort of follows him on the way in. Out of nowhere, a giant robot crash lands into the water before their eyes, along with a strange boy known as Juro Izumi. I'm just going to look through here. Yep, just asking about Juro in 1985. Yep, they talked to Minami. Okay, I feel like... Yeah, so the other things that we have here are mostly coming from Megumi or Sekigahara's timeline. So, yeah, let's jump in. So, yeah. High school girl from the year 2024 who at some point travels back in time to the year 1985 or to an alternate dimension where it is 1985. And also, there's a Terminator version of her. If at any point here we see that Tomi's leg is damaged, that probably indicates that we're looking at the Terminator version. Let's jump in. Oh, hey, Fluffy Magic Cat.
Oh, man.
Wait, what?
Another one. They've already got like 4 at the intersection. How many phone booths do they really need?
Oh, because she's from the future and she probably thinks that phone booths are really quaint. Okay.
Whoa. That bus is so old. What am I even looking at? And all these cars are so blocky. They look so weird.
So one thing that's been pretty true is that outside of like Kitaro, virtually none of the characters ever really comment on the fact that they're in a different time period. They sort of like take note of it, but otherwise are just sort of super cool about it. So it's fun to have a character that's actually like, whoa, this is like in my history books.
Oh, I think I've seen signs like that before. They're just like in those retro videos I've seen under the Showa era tag. This is kinda surreal. Even the stoplights here are huge.
Bad news, everybody. Twitter's still going to exist in 3 years.
Stop wandering off on your own, Kisaragi.
Wait, okay, for real though. They seriously haven't invented smartphones yet? This is so crazy! How do they even talk to each other?
Oh, I have no thoughts so far. Okay.
Whoa. Oh my god. We really are in the 80s. I can't believe that hair.
What?
Sorry, I just can't stop laughing. What even is that? A pompadour? The Showa era is so weird.
And what the hell are you laughing at? Huh?
Your hair, duh. I just said.
You trying to start shit?
Sorry, I just can't stop laughing. What even is that?
Oh, okay.
Please excuse us. I'm afraid she's a little... well, she has difficulty with social interaction.
Hey! Don't make me sound like some kind of weirdo.
Please, carry on. I'll give her a talking to once we're home.
Oh, will you?
Goddamn freaks. Well, there goes my day.
Stop causing problems. You realize we're only here with the help of this era's facilitators. If we're to be accepted here, we must respect the place. We're essentially foreign refugees. Don't forget that.
So, Forrest is saying, don't make her into a what would I do without a smartphone caricature of a millennial. Well, so actually that's just an interesting side. If she's, say, what do we think she is? Probably 16 years old, 15 years old? I mean, it's hard to tell with anybody in this game, but if she's that age in 2024, that means that she's like, when was she born? Like 2005? Yeah, Sam Lander's saying 15 or 16. Forrest is at 14 to 16. Sam Lander's saying she'd be a Zoomer. Is that a thing? Central Force is saying Gen Double Z.
So, about those facilitators. You mean Shikishima? The military corporation? All they care about is getting their hands on future technology. You sure we're not being used?
That is not your concern.
I remember seeing that company in the news back in 2025. They make everything from fridges to missiles. They've got tons of factories across the world.
Sakura High. I trust you know where to find it? It's the same school. I expect you'll adjust quickly.
That is not my school. Everyone from that class is old enough to be my mom. Don't act like it's the same. We left mine back in 2025.
Kisaragi-kun, I understand your situation, but I need you to cooperate.
So in 2025, I would have turned 16 next
Oh yeah,
month.
15.
But now,
Confirmed.
I'm way back in 1985. So like, how old am I, technically? Take me back to my own time.
I thought I explained this already. The world was destroyed.
Okay, fine. Let's say that's true. I've still got to go help my mom and dad.
They won't be there. It's already too late. I doubt you'd get the clearance to time jump anyway.
That another one of their orders? I didn't want to get dragged into this. Am I supposed to just take it? Whatever you say?
Precisely. You should count yourself lucky to have escaped with us.
I love how Renya Goto approaches the topic of the fact that everyone Kisaragi knew, including her parents, are beyond saving, is kind of... It's just, yeah, they were ground up into some sort of gelatinous organic paste by the kaiju, but don't worry because we're fine.
I never saw it myself. The world was destroyed, apparently. What do I even say to that? Yeah, cool, got it. Still, even if I begged to go check it out, something tells me they aren't gonna let me. What I need is a little leverage over them. I gotta make them an offer they can't refuse.
Until further notice, here are your orders. Do not act on your own. Remain inconspicuous. And for now, simply attend school as usual. Am I clear?
Usami-chan, did you check out all those books? What are they?
I will answer that as soon as I just have a quick remembrance about all the things that we just thought about.
So everything back home's been destroyed? Yeah, right. I'll believe it when I see it. I gotta get leverage and go back to my own time.
That's one way to get over your survivor's guilt. Just insist that everything is fine.
Shikishima's a conglomerate with political ties. They made it big during the Meiji modernization. You always see their branches on Employer of the Year lists. Back in the Meiji era, they were shipbuilders. but they expanded into aviation and a bunch of other things. During the war, they did a lot of weapons R&D. And now they make everything from home appliances to rockets. Shikishima Industries is just one of those branches. Their machinery is known all over the world.
But she really learned a lot about Shikishima since the preceding scene, where the only thing she appeared to know is that she'd heard a lot about them back in her own time.
So in 2025, I would have turned 16 next month. But now, I'm way back in 1985.
This one seems identical.
So, like, how old am I, technically?
All right. I don't mind talking to Miwako. I just wanted to, no. All right, let's go talk to her.
Hey, do you mind if I take a look?
They're not that interesting.
I just want to peek. Let's see. Business Quarterly? Corporate guides. Economic reports. This is impressive, Usami-chan. Are you studying for a career in business?
Not really. I was kind of looking for some leverage. You know, dirt on some big shady corporation. So then I could, like, control them a little.
Huh? Usami-chan, that's a little... weirder than I was expecting.
I could do this in a snap if I had internet here. Manually searching through books? So inconvenient.
Internet?
Like... you know, net profits, big business talk. Or something.
So Samlander has crunched the numbers, which I can never do in my head. So if she's 16 in 2025, she would have been born in 2009, which per his Googling puts her near the end of Generation Z.
I scoured the whole library for reference materials. Wasn't hard to find things on Shikishima, but it's just like stock market stuff. I should have known. Nothing I could use as leverage. Hey, Miwako. I know this is random, but there's this company called Shikishima Industries. You know anything about them?
Shikishima. They're the ones who make ships and things, right? I have this old friend. His father works for them, I think.
Seriously? Miwako, can you do me a favor? I want you to introduce me.
Sure.
Yes! Those big megacorps always have shady stuff hiding in their HQ. One step closer to getting the dirt.
So who do we think Miwako's friend is? Is this going to be a new character, or is somebody that we've met?
So in 2025...
Oh, really? Okay.
You said your friend goes to this school, right? They're still not here. Did you get the meeting time wrong?
No.
Did they just ditch?
Don't worry, he'll be here soon.
Caroluna, have a great night.
Break promises.
Oh.
What's up? I'm here.
It's that Pompadour guy! Hold on. What's he doing here?
This is my old friend, Nenji Ogata.
You're kidding.
So, where's she at? You said some girl was looking to ask me out?
What?
Well, that would be her. Usami-chan.
Huh? You're the chick who shat on my hair. Real dog face, aren't you?
Whoa!
The heck is that supposed to mean? I take it you're not calling me a cute puppy. Okay, hold on. What did you say to this guy?
Just that a girl I knew wanted to tell him something.
And he thought that was a confession? How dumb is he?
I'm standing right here. Why'd it have to be you?
The feeling's mutual, man.
Please, can we all calm down?
There you are. I've been looking all over for you. What was... Huh? I could have sworn I just saw them.
What? So, it looked...
Usami-chan!
Okay, shut up.
Usami-chan! Oh, good. You weren't waking up. I thought you might have died.
Sorry, for a second I thought that she walked through a time warp and that Iori was in a different time period. But no, everybody else is just in a different time period.
What just happened?
I don't know. There was some kind of flash, and then we were here.
Wait, was there really Force? I was apparently paying maybe the correct amount of information. I didn't catch that there was, you know what, let's move on. So, again, the developer of this game is Vanillaware, and as you can tell, Vanillaware specializes in very, very high fidelity and high quality 2D art, and it sort of permeates a lot of their games. Their games typically have a very high emphasis on animation work, and they often are very visually striking. I absolutely loathe some of their character designs. This game actually has fewer of those choices than some of the other Vanillaware games that I've seen, but that doesn't mean that they don't make some abrasive decisions.
Damn it.
Still alive over there, Captain Pompadour?
My name is Nenji Ogata. Get it straight, dogface.
God damn it.
Oh, excuse me, Captain Pompadour. I'm Tomi Kisaragi. Don't give me any stupid nicknames.
All right, smartass.
Please, we can't be fighting right now.
So I can't think right now. And I can't talk to them. Oh, I can talk to her.
What happened to all these buildings? It's like...
We were attacked.
Do you know something?
I know the city got leveled. You saw that flash, right? Must have been a nuke.
a nuclear bomb?
You realize we were at school just now. Isn't this downtown?
Way I figure it. The blast must have knocked us all the way over here.
Okay, never mind. You're just a moron.
Or an Indiana Jones.
Hey!
You're like a big greasy roach. I bet you could survive a nuke no problem.
You got a better idea? What the hell else could have happened?
If we're here, then... No way.
So I'm just curious, if I pause right now, is it going to tell me what year it is? And maybe I already did this, but I didn't pay attention to it. Because the characters don't know when they are. Okay, cool. 4 question marks is when we are.
The world got destroyed in my time.
It's a nice touch.
According to what Goto said, anyway. So maybe...
If it's nuclear war, then that means there's radiation everywhere. We're going to die. We have to run or get cover or...
Deep breaths, Miwako.
I'll try.
Sometimes I feel like the idea of lethal, lifelong radiation has sort of exited the public consciousness about the way that nuclear weapons work. Because we're not going to delve into this, but I've heard people like saying like, oh, why don't we just use nukes here and there? And it's like, you realize that that would largely render the way that like nuclear weapons are now, especially, that would render sections of the earth like permanently uninhabitable. Like, you don't just drop the bomb and then go in there with like a street sweeper and pick up all the parts. It's a really big problem. Well, Samuelander's saying modern nukes don't actually leave that much radiation, especially fusion bombs. Okay, maybe I'm turned around about that, because both Force and Samulander are going to know that a lot better. Force is saying it's the heat that kills. All right, maybe I'm the one that's like out of date. I would like to spend my life away from like lethal levels of gamma radiation if I can.
This is Keiakicho.
Huh? Oh, you're right. Look at that sign.
We must be near the shopping district.
The hell? You know how far that is from school? Look, I don't know what the hell happened, but nobody else is here. Think they all evacuated?
Oh, then where's everyone else?
Miwako.
Dad. Mom.
Hey, who here remembers the movie? And everybody, when I ask this... Oh, wait, hold on.
Wait, you hear that?
A rescue helicopter?
No, it's... What the hell is it?
Hide, now!
That ain't some kind of bug, is it? No way. The thing is huge. Looks like it's clear.
Okay, so, yeah, she's thinking that we're in 2025.
This isn't the city you two know. It's hard to tell with everything messed up like this, but I think we're in the year 2025.
2025? Are you crazy?
This is my home. Well, was my home, I guess. In case I didn't mention, I came from the future.
Masami-chan, we have an emergency! I found someone else back there.
No! Oh, who do we think it is? I really, really like the fact that we get meta chips, like we get experience points for doing the story beats, because it just makes it feel like it all sort of ties together. It's not as intertwined as in a Persona game, but I do like the fact that it helps feed the feeling of progress, so that no one side of it. You have to do the combat missions in order to advance the story, and you want to do the story in order to advance the combat missions, and I like both sides of the game. Alright, we're gonna go right back in. A refugee from the future, Tomi Kisaragi was suddenly shifted to a desolate world along with her friends. Okay, you know who I bet it is? I bet that who they find in the future is Ryoko Shinonome, because as far as I know, she's the only character in this lineup that we have no idea where she comes from. So she's my prediction, but let's jump in and find out. Also, I think it was somebody said that they like the fact that Miwako has like basically just a different body style than effectively every other woman in the game. I am also a fan of like representing the way that human beings actually look. I will say that if we go over to Remembrance, the file on her kind of almost exclusively defines her as feeling self-conscious about the fact that she's not as slender as some of the other women, and it's like, oh, cool game that you decided to just make that her personality as well. Also, Sam Lander saying dirty bombs don't kill that many people in the initial explosion, but do render areas unlivable for millennia. Okay. Oh. Yep. There she is. Sorry. Just deductive.
How's Senpai doing?
She was struggling for a while, but I think she's calmed down. We need to get her to a doctor.
Maybe, but how are we supposed to do that?
Shinonome-senpai. Do you think she came here at the same time?
Oh, they know her.
Probably. We'll figure it out when she wakes up. Anyway, once that moron gets back, let's decide what to do from here.
Okay.
I thought maybe this was taking place early enough in the timeline of the main story that this would explain how she came to even be at the school. But they, like from Miwako's comment there, her suspicion is that Shinonome came here to the future with them. Whether or not that's true doesn't matter, but the point is Miwako recognizes her.
Shinonome-senpai. I saw her hanging around Goto. Maybe she's from the future too. This place isn't what it used to be. Back in 2025, it was my home. Shikishima's a conglomerate with political ties.
Okay, I feel like
They
we
made it
heard
big
this
during
one.
the Meiji modernization. You always see their branches on
Yep.
it, but they...
Okay. I know that Sam Melander's going to play this. For what it's worth, Sam Melander, R1 is the fast forward button, so you can sort of skip past dialogue quickly.
There you are.
Nice of you to drop by.
I'm back, Miwako.
You've got some nerve.
What?
I take my eyes off you for 1 second, and you just go running off looking for your own house? We were waiting for you, you know.
Yeah? And how's that sickly looking second year?
Well, she hasn't woken up yet.
You were stuck here either way.
You're really gonna give me that?
So how was it?
Before we get into that, here, have a drink. Copped it from a busted vending machine. You too. We're not gonna last long without food and water. There should be cans lying around if we look.
Thanks.
See, one of the reasons that his dog face insults sort of struck me is that we've encountered Nenji in other parts of the story, and he's always seemed kind of sharp around the edges, but not such a bad guy once you get past that sort of poser surface layer. So when he just goes directly to like, oh, you're so ugly, with this schoolmate that he barely even knows, it's like, come on, man.
You're thirsty, right? Go ahead and drink. It ain't cold anymore, but it should be fine. Hey, I found a calendar when I was digging around. The year on it was 2025. Guess this really is the future. Everywhere I looked, the place is falling apart. It's no different from here. But I'm telling you, there was some crazy shit out there.
Like what?
Kaiju. Dead ones everywhere.
Also, Simlin was asking, wait, is Miwako supposed to be thick? And I have to assume that in the art stylings of Vanillaware, yeah. And to me, she just looks like she's a regular person. So I'm not sure that they. But then again, let's not dare Vanillaware to show us their vision of someone who's extremely obese, because as much as I like the Persona series, I think it's in Persona 4, and to a lesser extent to my memory in Persona 3, they have characters that they want to make sure the audience knows are overweight, And boy, do they want you to know that they are heavyset, because yikes. Anyway. Here's my point. There can be games that you really enjoy playing and you admire for a number of their mechanical decisions, and still recognize that they miss the mark with some of their storytelling or character design choices.
One was like a metal centipede, big as a truck. Another one was real stocky, the size of a damn building. They were just lying all over the place. I never liked creepy crawly things. I couldn't stand to look at them too long.
How did you know they were dead?
How do you think? They were torn apart. It was pretty obvious. What? You need to see it to believe me?
I don't want to keep pausing every 3 seconds, but we do know a little bit about what happened in 2025, because after Juro Izumi arrived in his Sentinel, his relationship with Megumi indicates that he was fighting hard to save the city against the kaiju. So, like, Tomi would also know about Sentinels and stuff at this point, right?
So, did you find your house?
You could say that, but I wasn't there anymore. Guess it got replaced by some skyscraper. Wasn't looking so hot, though.
What about my place?
Sorry, but it's the same deal. Place is nothing but a giant parking lot.
What about Mom and Dad?
If this is 2025, that means 40 years have passed. Your guess is as good as mine.
I wonder what happened to my place.
Oh, but whoops. Oh, there we go.
I should look for my place. I need to see if my parents are okay.
We will go on our way out. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna catch up on chat at the chapter break.
Sorry. Just wait here for a bit. Usami-chan.
Hey, wait! Miwako, stay back with that second year.
My apartment building. It's ruined. Sorry, I just had to get that out. I gotta stay strong.
You don't have to push yourself. If you want to cry, then cry.
Don't be stupid. I'm not crying.
Oh yeah? What's with the voice then? You got a cold or something?
I always sound like this.
Whenever you say.
There was a cake shop on the first floor. They had this pear tart I used to get. It was so good. Megumi and I. We loved those things.
That one of your friends?
Yeah. Megumi, you saw what was happening here. That's why you...
So the thought here is about Megumi herself.
Renya Goto. Why you gotta do this to me? Like, what, I'm supposed to go to class and pretend everything's normal? Well, it's not. This place is 40 years old.
It's 40 years young from your perspective. Oh, do we not even know Miwako yet? Okay. So long, stranger.
Those girls over there. They look about my age, but back home, they must be in their 50s. It's too weird. Sorry for making you wait, Miwa-chan. Miwa-chan, where were you? There was a bed available in the nurse's office, so I took a nap. You skipped 6th period for that? I didn't really mean to, but
Yeah. When I woke up, class was already over. I messed up. That's the girl who sits behind me in class. Must be nice. Oh well. No point feeling sorry for myself. Time to check out the library. We need to find some dirt on Shikishima. But geez, not having a smartphone is suffering. Oh.
We played multiple oh, that's Megumi. Okay.
Megumi, wait. Tomi. So you're here too. I'm so glad you're okay. Megumi, what happened to our city? You were there, right? You stayed back. Well, my mom and dad, they're fine, right? Goto's just making things up. Tell me it's all a big lie. It has to be, right?
Okay, so she was actually in denial. Like, I didn't... Wait, you guys know him. You both know him. Okay.
Hey, that guy who just walked by. That's Izumi, right? He's in my class here, so I've seen him around. But when I talk to him, he's like a totally different person. He's all nervous and stuff. It's weird. Did something happen? As a result of battle, he lost his memories. Huh? Like, he hit his head? It'll all come back, right? No. They said it was permanent. No way. So he really is a different person at this point. Does that mean he doesn't remember you? What now? Are we supposed to just give up on him? I could never ever do that! I'll never give up on him! I can't. I'm sorry. Megumi. I'm so sorry.
Okay, I feel like now one of the least realistic things about that scene is that all three of the... Like basically everybody around there wasn't just in rapt attention of this high school student bursting into tears. So here's what I love. See, if you look back there on the timeline, we now don't know that there were two other paths from whatever that base is that we can see over there. And we can look at that map in just a minute. All right, so let me just catch up on chat real quick. Do at least one more story beat here. Let me roll back. Why did it highlight everything? Okay, let me just get that out of the way, and... Forrest was saying that, yeah, Miwako is supposed to be heavy set as opposed to the stick-thin women in this game. Also, Simulator says, if anime is to be believed, then there are regular health checks to make sure young girls have unhealthy attitudes about their weight. That's the result, if not the intent. And then Moo is saying, Groomfy is telling me I have huge eyeballs, but I think that he means that they're more cow style than female anime style. Yeah, if your eyeballs don't turn into punctuation marks, depending on your various levels of enthusiasm, excitement, fear, or shock, then you are not, you do not have anime eyes. They have to actually turn into punctuation marks. Moo says, I've been making dinner after the phone call and I have no idea what's going on, just ignorantly chiming in about anime body image. Yeah, well, we're all sort of grasping along with various levels of understanding of what's happening, trying to make sense of it as we go. Force says, I think, what the hell's this guy's name? The guy I was just talking to? Ogata. He's like that dude. I showed up on Instagram when he told me I didn't know shit about engineering, and I said, oh, my advanced science degree must not have been enough to understand. The guy then got embarrassed because he had no scientific background and just called me a fatty and deleted his comments. First of all, I'm glad that he was at least capable of being embarrassed, because I feel like most of the well actually stories that I see on Twitter are just people that like relentlessly insist that the target of their, I don't even know what to call it, like ignorant jabbering, the target of their ignorant jabbering is still wrong, even after the target has been shown to have, as you do, multiple science degrees, or like multiple movies that they've written, having worked for 15 years in writing game stories. Somehow it's always the person on Twitter, and I'll just go directly to the guy on Twitter, who somehow is an expert in whatever the topic is. Similar to saying they may not know him yet, but in this case, the way the individual stories are put together is that, from everything I've seen, unless it's marked as a flashback, they are being told chronologically. So for Tomi and Megumi to be in 1985, they must previously have been in 2024 when they encountered Izumi traveling to them in his Sentinel, so they would know him. And that's why, like, there's certain things that are knowable about the story based on what we've seen happen to those characters previously. However, yeah, like another thing, just to like go to your point, Simlander, is at any point they could have been given memory forgetto pills so that they wouldn't know him anymore. That's a thing that just exists in this world, that it just makes it hard to chart where people are, because sometimes they don't know things that you think that they should. Moo says high school girls bursting into tears is fairly common, but isn't it, maybe I'm like turned around on this, but isn't it equally common for that to be like a big topic of gossip? Like, isn't everybody into everybody's business all the time? Moo is saying, I don't know about punctuation marks, but I can make them into pretty good taggers. Oh, yikes. One of the best looks or glares that I've ever seen was from a television series called Brothers and Sisters. And I do not remember the exact context, but at one point, one of the main characters walked into the kitchen where Sally Field was, like, I don't know, washing dishes or cooking. She was doing something in the kitchen and started talking. And Sally Field turned around and gave a look that knocked me down, and I was just watching the television. Like, it hit with a force of a ton of bricks. It was so impressive that anyone could screw their face into that expression of disappointment and utter physical fury. I was very impressed by it. Forces said the embarrassment came on much longer after me handing his ass to him, and he insisted I was wrong several times. Well, good on you for standing your ground. I can speak from experience that it can sometimes feel like the people that you're interacting with are absolutely beyond hope, incapable of growth, or ever recognizing that they're wrong. But believe it or not, the weight of all of the time that you are wrong and you embarrass yourself and you make other people feel bad and then you feel bad as a result, that does take its toll and can eventually inspire someone to shut up, open their ears, listen to people, and hopefully grow a little bit towards being a better person. And again, I'm speaking from experience on that. I've been wrong in my life many, many more times than I've been right, and I feel like I've started to course correct at least a little bit by learning to listen to people instead of just assume that I know anything at all. Moo heard rather memory for ghetto and heard it as memory as three separate words, but nope. No, I was just thinking about, like, it's actually called like NM, for which we now know to be nano machines, but I actually thought it meant like no memory at one point. I thought it was just a neat, like, clever little acronym. Force says, I think it was me telling him that his penis couldn't be picked up by an electron microscope after tactfully dismantling his argument that sent him slithering back to his cave. Well, again, yeah, I mean, sometimes you gotta... I feel like allowing people like that to go unchallenged just encourages them to treat others badly, But at the same time, it shouldn't be on you, Force, or others, like the targets of their harassment, to correct them. I don't have a solution for it, and I don't know how to deal with it. But I think that you did good work there, and congratulations on driving him off. And hello to Dougler. Perfect timing you got for being awesome again. Just taking a look. Force said he called me a fatty and conflated, gender binary with being a homosexual, so the dude was not the great next thinker of our age. No. Whoops, clearly not. Sorry, wrong button. All right, let's jump back into Tomi.
Welcome back, Usami-chan.
Thanks. Did Senpai wake up? Darn.
I'm back. Here. Found him at a convenience store over there. Got enough for both of you. I'm not a big candy guy, so have at it.
Thank you.
I can't move, by the way. Hey, so in one of those like apocryphal stories that maybe only I know, weren't Hershey's chocolate bars originally invented as like rations for soldiers because they have like they have such a high calorie content? It's like, oh, this will be a small compact thing that can keep people on their feet.
It's good.
There's 3 more convenience stores across the intersection.
That makes me feel
Plus the
a little
one right over
better.
there. How many of those things do you future people need?
There's no time to be tired. What I need is a sugar rush.
I always liked it in Persona 5 when Morgana would go
Shikishima's a conglomerate with political ties. They made it big during the Meiji modernization. You always see their branches.
Okay, we've heard that. So we've already talked to him about Dead Kaiju. I just want to know if it's anything new. Oh, no, not now. I want to talk to everybody. Oh, okay. So, this is what I was talking about. So from our ruined base, we've been to the apartment. Now we know that we can go to see the Dead Kaiju, but we cannot go to Sakura High School. That red key means that it is locked off from us.
About my apartment. The whole building was destroyed.
Oh no.
And, well, no one was there.
I'm sure they're out there somewhere. Hiding, maybe.
Wait, what time did Dougler stream? Because I didn't see it. I also missed it. Dougler, I hope you're having a great Tuesday. And also, I do not know, much like others, what... how is it pronounced? A gorget? A gorget? Because I've not seen that word before.
So that's how it is. I wonder what else we can find.
Okay, I don't get to talk to her about the Dead Kaiju. So, where's Shinonome? They dragged her... Oh, over here.
We grabbed a bed for her to rest in, but it hasn't done any good. She's still out cold. Why were we thrown back to this era? Senpai, do you know?
And Dougler is phoneticizing it, a gorget, a gorget. Yeah, I am unfamiliar with the phrase. But yeah, earlier today we got to watch some Caroluna. I had to sort of skip out on Patikin due to Assassin's Creed spoilers, but... and gosh, who else was on? Lady B was on. We got to watch her, and it was an art stream, so I think it was just her today. No, I don't want to go to my house. I want to go to see the Dead Kaiju. And hello to Ruination Ronan, who says, I was lurking in Dougler's stream while they played some coffee talk games. I feel bad about missing it. Yeah, let's go and look at the Dead Kaiju.
I'm gonna check out the kaiju. Where were they?
Hey, wait! Miwako, stay back with that second here.
Also, this is the first time that we've had any indication that Miwako
Over here.
has done any time traveling or
That is a
anything.
doornail, right?
I thought Miwako was entirely
This is some
unspoiled
kaiju.
on the nature of the story.
Looks more like a machine. Come to think of it, I was talking to Natsuno. Maybe this thing's a big alien weapon. Morimura. Megumi. Are they planning on fighting those things? Is this a control panel? For an alien machine, it looks pretty familiar. Guess we're not so different.
I'm going to assume that since it's a major motion picture starring Sharon Stone and Dustin Hoffman, that people are very familiar with Sphere, the movie Sphere. So I'm going to say something now that's going to spoil something in the movie Sphere. Not a very, deep thing. But if anybody doesn't want to know about Sphere, maybe mute for 1 second. One of the, just coolest things that happened in Sphere was when they broke their way into the alien spaceship that had been buried down in the bottom of the ocean for, I don't know, several hundred years, thinking that was an alien spaceship. And when they got inside, they found the signs were all marked in English. Because it's such a simple little thing that was okay, well, not alien then, but it's just such a simple detail, and I feel like that's what we're encountering when we go over to the kaiju and find a control panel that, quote, looks familiar. Yeah, probably marked in Japanese or something, based on the fact that we know that these are not alien machines.
What's up?
Nothing. Just thought I saw someone. Over there, in the rubble.
Where?
Oh, I guess I can't look at it.
Maybe your eyes are playing tricks on you.
I swear I saw it. Oh, shit. Kisaragi, hide! Don't be stupid!
What's your deal?
Literally hurrying.
What is that?
Get back in here! It's gone.
Was that an alien?
How should I know? But one thing's for sure. It's bad news. That thing was straight out of the movies.
Exterminator, right? It sure did look like it. Hey, look at this.
Huh? Dude, no way. That's the Shikishima Industries logo. So all these kaiju-looking things, Shikishima made them?
That means it wasn't an alien attack. It was a man-made one. But why?
Biometric ID scanned. No match found. Access denied.
What the?
No, get him. You know why we want him to touch it now? Because in the year 2188, he's like a bigwig CEO executive at, I believe, I don't know that it's actually specifically named, but I believe it's at Shikishima. Like, he's the dude in charge of the company, if I remember correctly.
The Shikishima logo just popped out of nowhere.
It's from the kaiju's computer. Guess it's not broken after all.
Dougler is saying that exterminators are legally distinct from terminators. Yeah, they have a big glowing core in their chest, so technically a completely different product. No, I want him to push things. Well, let's start with the white button.
Biometric ID scanned. No match found. Access denied.
It was a really fun movie, which I'm not going to talk about very much. Terminator Dark Fate. I really enjoyed that movie. I don't think that I long ago lost the capacity to rank Terminator entertainment, but I thought that Terminator Dark Fate was a really good time, and I had a lot of fun watching it.
Biometric ID scanned. No match found.
Alright, dude,
Access
I need you to
denied.
press this button. We're gonna try the last button just to be thorough, but...
Biometric ID scanned. No match found.
Sam Lander's asking which one was Dark Fate. The most recent. Unfortunately, it's one of those things where if I say too much about it, it will maybe give a little bit too much away. It's one of those, it's good enough that it's one of those movies that the less you know about it, the better. But it is the most recent one as of the time that I'm speaking, and where Terminator Genesis was stupid enough that it was actually very fun in its own way. Like, I legitimately had fun watching Terminator Genesis, and also say that movie was so stupid. it was very silly, but it was silly in a way that was like entertaining and fun, like the Transformers Edge of Extinction or whatever it was called, Date of Extinction, whatever it was called. Age of Extinction, thank you. Yes. Like, it was like that, where it's a bad movie, but it's bad in such a joyously raucous way that you can still have a really good time with it. Compare that to, like, the Christian Bale Terminator movie, which I remember we technically saw. Like, we went to a theater, and my face was pointed at a screen that had the Terminator Christian Bale movie in it, and basically remember nothing about it. I think I've brought this up on stream before. I actually remember more about what is shown in the trailer than I do about the movie that we sat and watched. So that I would actually place significantly below because I don't even remember what happened in it.
Whatever I press, it's the same.
Maybe you're doing it wrong.
Pushing the button
Let me
wrong.
try.
Yes.
With this stuff, you just gotta...
Hey.
Authorized board member, administrative ID.
See? Something came up.
Board member? Like Shikishima board member?
Maybe because my pops is an exec.
Wait, you're a rich kid?
Shut it!
Shikishima Interstellar Development Division, year 2188.
Huh?
Terraforming project, number 8834.
Interstellar development? Terraforming another planet?
Third phase, surface construction and modification. Colossal Autonomous Heavy Machinery, D-Series, D800. Surface Excavation Unit, Giant Bowler.
This kaiju is Shikishima heavy machinery?
If that's true, these machines were made for planetary development. What are they doing on Earth? Especially in the past.
Hell if I know.
Do you think it's... No, I just had an idea that doesn't make any sense. Here's what I was going to ask. Do you think it's possible, and I don't think that it is, that in the year 2188, their interstellar colonization dreams ran into some insurmountable problems about the distance between stars or whatever, so they determined that it would be more... They basically found a pathway to cross over to alternate dimensions where it was Earth, but at different points in time. And they figured, well, we've got population and energy problems. We'll just use our machines to terraform these other versions of Earth, sort of roll over humanity, and then recolonize with people from our own era. because the further back in time you go, the more like natural resources are unspent. But that doesn't really comport with anything that we've heard so far, especially from the year 2188. Like, we know it's not an alien invasion. We've known that for a really long time. But what we don't know is, again, when they talk about, like, resetting the loop and stuff, because I don't believe that time travel is actually occurring. So, anyway, we will... Oh yeah, I've unlocked 30 mystery files, so we're gonna plow right ahead with Kisaragi. Simulator has not seen Dark Fate. Dougler really liked the Delinquid squad. Delinquid squad, I think it is. Simulator also loves the squad, especially for the one gal in the junior high uniform. Yeah. Oh. Go over here. Oh, she's locked, so we don't get to see it. But yeah, she she also has a fun sort of squat animation. Okay, data from kaiju remains revealed that the kaiju are heavy machinery manufactured by Shikishima Industries for interstellar development. Moo's, one of her favorite words is diddly squat, and also one of her favorite words is mellifluous. I'm trying to think if I know what mellifluous means. I might be confusing it with melodious.
Welcome back, Usami-chan.
Thanks. Did Senpai wake up? Darn.
I'm back.
I've been thinking, when all this happened, we were at school, right? Maybe we should try going there.
You think that'll help?
Well, you know, that's where we time-slipped from. Maybe we can find a clue on how to get back. Anything.
So if I select this, I think we're going to go there.
In the far-off future, Shikishima planned to colonize other planets. And the kaiju were tools for terraforming the surface. What are they doing here in the past? We checked out the kaiju. Turns out it's not a monster at all. Not an alien weapon either.
It's heavy machinery made by Shikishima Industries.
Heavy machinery? You mean like for construction? We were attacked by something like that?
They're from an interstellar development project even farther into the future.
Guess they were supposed to do work on some other planet. No idea why they went back in time. Or why they're destroying everything here. Morimura. Megumi.
I think we heard this one.
Are they planning on fighting those things?
Okay, dude, I'm gonna stand over here. Stop sneezing on me.
About my apartment. The whole building was destroyed.
Oh no.
And, well, no one was there.
I'm sure they're out there somewhere. Hiding, maybe.
Is Naoto-kun over there gonna bring back some sort of like future cold? Is he gonna bring back like COVID 2026 to the past?
Shikishima's a conglomerate with political ties.
Okay, heard that.
You know, you might be onto something, Miwako. The school. Morimura was always there. So I'm thinking, maybe there's a time machine there.
Morimura? You mean our teacher?
Oh yeah, that nurse with the big knockers.
She's from the future too. In fact, she came even farther than me.
You gotta be kidding me.
These two are going to be so surprised by the number of time travelers that they know. Before we pursue that, let's just see if we can interact with Shinonome.
We grabbed a bed for her to rest in, but it hasn't done any good. She's still out cold. Why were we thrown back to the...
Okay. I would very much like to know more about her story. She's a real black box for us right now. We know a few things about her. We know that she's working with Ida. She know that she has a different mission from Yuki, but we don't know why her head is always bandaged up. We did observe her lose her memory at one point when she took the pills, so that's how we learned a little bit more about how they work.
So that's how it is. I wonder what else we can find.
Yeah, Moo, Nenji Ogata here is the writer's opportunity to just be kind of generally gross.
Here. Found him at a convenience store over there. Got enough for both of you. I'm not a big candy guy, so have at it.
Thank you.
Yeah, we're not ending this scene without some delicious chocolate.
There's no time to be tired.
That makes me feel a little better.
Okay. Wait, now I have all sorts of, like, red bars that I can look at.
So how was it?
Well,
So he'll take me to the high school, but there's like three bars for me to look at. So I'm trying to figure out if they're green bars, that's things that you can think about. I do not know what the other bars would be in this area. Can I offer her some chocolate, or did I already eat it? Okay. I don't see any other options, regardless of what it's telling me. Let me just see... Nope. Okay. All right.
let's go back to the school.
What about that second year? We just gonna leave her here?
Oh, yeah.
I'll stay here with Senpai. You two go on ahead.
Appreciate it.
We'll come back as soon as we can.
I like the spelling of appreciated.
Gonna trip if you keep running like that. Rough roads over here.
The way that she stands with sort of like her toes pointing in towards each other, is that a choice, or are we to take that she has some sort of like muscular issue? I'm not making fun, I'm just curious because none of the other characters strike a pose quite the way that she does.
Well, aren't you cool? It took a while to get here with that blocked off road. Some of us have our eye on the time.
Also, by the way, the definition of mellifluous was clarified by Moo, who said it's like melodious, but applied to voice and words. I've heard it used, but didn't ever pick up on that being the
What the hell is that?
Definitely been here before.
A sentinel.
The distinction between melodious and mellifluous. Hopefully I can remember that, because that's a really good description, that melodious is more about music, and this is, you know, mellifluous is a little bit more like... And also, Dougler had said, isn't mellifluous where you curse a child because you weren't invited to their birthday? I have not seen Maleficent, but I assume that's what that's a reference to, so well done.
That's one gnarly robot. Another kaiju thing?
No. This is... Sentinel number 13. A robot that fought to protect the city.
We got kaiju fighting robots now? The future's wild, man. But I guess in the end, it lost, huh? Anyway, we're kind of up a creek here. Look.
The road's nothing but rubble.
Even if we tried to climb down, the other side's no better. Guess we gotta turn back and take the long way around.
Let's do it soon. I'm worried about Miwako.
Yeah, I'd like to like Nenji Ogata, because he does, again, he doesn't seem like a bad guy, but a lot of the choices that they make with his writing is like, oh god damn it, like how am I supposed to like not have a problem with this dude. Also, what am I? Oh, I have to think about something.
The last time I saw this thing, it was right before I got taken away. Mom! She's not here either.
Kisaragi-kun. Please don't trouble me any further. Come. We must evacuate.
Just give me a second. I'm not leaving without my mom.
You must. You're the only one capable. The Deimos invasion has already begun. Listen to me.
No!
We're already within their attack range. Sentinel. It's too soon for another deployment.
This is Juro.
Izumi,
I'm going to take them on.
what are you doing piloting that?
This is Sentinel number 13. There's no one else who can pilot it but me. Sorry to rush you, but we're running out of time.
I'll go when I find my mom.
Miss Morimura.
Change of plans. Juro Izumi's made his choice. His nanomachines aren't going to hold much longer. If we don't begin the test now, we'll miss our chance.
Test.
The evacuation can wait. Hurry and bring that girl over.
Sorry, that was a lot to take in all at once. So we know, we've picked up enough details to know what Morimura means when she says that Izumi's nanomachines won't hold out. The pilots of the Sentinels suffer from extreme, like, psychic damage, brain fatigue, brain overload, whatever you want to call it. And it appears that that's an infection that is in the Sentinels that sort of interrupts their nanomachines that's in their minds. It's all very complicated, but what I don't know is what she means by, like, running the test. It's time for the test. That's new information from whatever her goal is. Also, Moo was saying, speaking of toes pointed in, I'm late making an appointment for the orthopedist for the biggest bug, that's one of the kids, who might need surgery again. I'm very sorry to hear about that, Moo. I mean, I hope that the surgery goes well and it can be scheduled and works out the way that it should, but I'm sorry to hear that it's necessary. Also, Douglas was saying Izumi put on a shirt and pants. Yeah, I was wondering if Tomi, like, has Tomi previously been introduced to the fact that everybody has to pilot their mechs completely nude for some reason? Because it would be the first thing that I would ask when that big hologram screen came up.
Huh? Miwako?
Usami-chan, this is bad.
What's up?
What happened?
Shinonome-senpai, she's gone.
What?
I only looked away for a second. What should we do, Usami-chan?
Well, continue talking to you, I guess.
What should we do? Usami-chan.
Oops.
How far could she be? She wasn't exactly in a state to be running any marathons. We need to find her.
Okay, so again, the red square indicates that there's something I can do or talk about.
In the far-off future.
Okay, we heard about that.
Morimura.
Yep. Oh, I can't think about that.
Shikishima's a conglomerate.
Okay, so I bet we're gonna ask somebody about Shinonome-senpai.
She might still be nearby. Let's split up and look around.
Got it.
Okay.
I'll go check across the street.
Thanks.
Maybe she went off to the shopping district. Senpai! don't know what to do.
Wait, did we go anywhere? No, we're standing direct. Oh, I have to assume that we went to the shopping district and then came back.
Any luck?
Not a trace. She must have gone real far.
No, no, no. No. So let's check our map. Oh. Okay, actually, we may want to go to these places because we're on a completely different track. This is where this little map system really comes in handy, because I was going to resist going to those places because I thought it was just going to be a repeat. But no, we've got 4 different options. Okay, so, whoops. If I was Shinonome, where would I think that she would go? Based on what little we know about her, I think that she'd try to go to, well, not my apartment. That doesn't make any sense. You know what? So let's go to my apartment. I want to see what's up.
I'm gonna check on my house.
Usami-chan.
Hey, wait! You stay here, Miwako.
I wonder if Senpai's here.
Hey! There a reason you picked this place?
Well, maybe she's gotten hungry. There's a lot of food places here.
True. She couldn't have eaten while she was knocked out.
Yeah, for the record, I chose this because I feel like, no. I feel like it has the lowest odds of actually finding her and would therefore give us more time to explore the story.
Looks like an RC helicopter. Is that thing with the kaiju?
Nothing in there.
Oops.
Any luck?
Not around here.
But no, I wanted to. I mean, maybe this is as far as it goes here, but...
Did you find footprints?
Thought I had something. Nope.
Oh. Okay,
Where is she? She couldn't have gone far.
Every time I think I've seen and done everything in this location, it throws one more thing at me. But I really don't see any other options, so yeah, it might just be time to go back. Let's try going back, and maybe something new will unlock, or we'll just go to a different location.
Guess this was the wrong place.
Where do you think she went?
Who knows? I don't got a clue.
I guess we'll head back for now.
Wow, this is only day 2? I really thought that they'd been here for a while longer.
Did Senpai come back?
Did you see her?
Nope. There's no sign of her anywhere.
Okay, so it didn't like go over to the right as like another section. All right, so we'll head to one of the other places. Let's go to the high school next.
Let's try checking the school. Senpai might have had the same thought.
Let's do it. It's all the way around the bend.
Miwako, wait here.
Be careful.
We'll be back in a jiffy.
You'd think that she'd want to go to the Sentinel on the grounds that we know the Sentinels can also travel through time, but whether or not she knows that Sentinel 13 just happens to be there.
The hell?
The north building's gone.
And the schoolyard's totally caved in. Oh, look at that. Over in the pit.
That another construction machine?
I bet that's what dug the hole.
What's the point? They trying to make a nest or something?
That thing's a construction machine for developing planets, right? Would it dig up a hole for no reason? Maybe there's something down there. Underground.
Like what? More dirt?
I'm just saying.
Well, so much for this place. There's not a single person here.
Let's keep looking around.
Speak of the devil.
Oh, wow. Didn't really think she would be here. She is... Okay.
Shinonome-senpai.
I'm slightly concerned that she's surrounded by 2 Terminators,
Hey,
so
wait!
it may not be her.
That can't be good. It's that android from before.
Is it broken?
Guess there's our answer. Run! We're surrounded.
Serves you right.
Hey, do we know him at this point in the story?
Hey, thanks. Who are you?
No, they don't.
The name's Sekigahara. You're Tomi Kisaragi, right? Didn't know any of you were left.
By any of you, do you mean that, like, any of you? Anyway, it's just an odd phrase.
Oh. Shinonome-senpai is... Well, she was there.
Dude, it was just a second ago.
I guess she ran away from the androids.
So Ryoko-san's here too.
Yeah, what's her story specifically?
Are you with Morimura?
Maybe.
I mean, you've got to be from the future, right?
Yes. Quite a ways away.
Now listen here. How do you know Kisaragi?
That's...
A drone. It's a probe that found you two on its patrol. To think you were still here. I honestly didn't expect it.
So it told you about us.
Sorry you got caught up in this mess. In any case, you need to go to the underground gate. I'll take you there.
Sure. I'm just gonna look around a little bit first. Oh, no, I'm not. Is that the whole thing? Yes, it is. All right. I'm ready when you are.
All the gates above ground are locked. I've been struggling to find my way out of here.
You too?
We need to go underground. The primary shifter should be there. The other gates all connect to that one from afar. They're merely access points.
Underground? You mean... down there? That's where we need to go?
Correct.
Okay, so I didn't get to go to the other locations. Now, you can go back. Like, you can, like, select a point in the timeline if you want to go see stuff, but I'm not sure that we would have learned that much more. Maybe I'm wrong, and we would have found some more mystery files at the destroyed Sentinel or the Kaiju remains. Okay, however, that has to be the last episode, I'm afraid, because it is late enough that we're probably just going to grab some quick dinner and turn it in a little bit early, and frankly, you guys probably turn on the air conditioner. It is not cool in here. Before we go, let's just take another quick look at chat, and maybe if there's any questions about the game, talk through any of that stuff. Sorry, just taking a quick look through. Yep, Izumi put on a shirt and pants. I would love some... Oh, hello to Jägermeister. Oh my goodness. Jägermeister, I'm so sorry I didn't say hello. I didn't see you come in. I hope that you had a great weekend. Force is not thrilled to see that the Homeowners Association removed the bench at the pond and had to just turn around on her walk with no break. I'm going to just throw out there as a random guess that it was probably like, oh, we don't want anybody sleeping on the bench. That seems to be a big thing lately. Redesigning shared urban spaces and shared sort of like public spaces to be as hostile as possible to people that might need to stay for a longer time, let's say. Super sucks. And then Moo was clarifying... of the surgery, biggest bug was knock-kneed, had corrective surgery a few years ago, first to put in pins and plates and then 6 months later to take them out. I think she's actually looking forward to having it be done again if necessary. Well, I'm glad that there's like a lot of positive thinking about it, and like hopefully it'll go super well. Moo says the littlest bug had 2 surgeries. It's like a competition with them. Grumpy said that I overbaked the biggest bug, hence the knock-knees, and underbaked the littlest bug. He was born leaky, she says. He had a vestigial gill and had to have it surgically removed when he was only 3 or 4 months old. Isn't it amazing? Like, have you ever stopped to think, like, what happened to people... Okay, actually, I think I know what happened to people, but, like, people had, like, cleft palates and stuff, like, before it was such a simple surgery to resolve that. I don't know at what point in human history it became a relatively routine surgery and it could simply be fixed and it would be fine, but people that don't have access to that surgery today or at points in the past, it's very concerning. So I'm very glad that the vestigial gill and everything worked out okay. Sam Lane is saying people with cleft palates before surgery mostly died. Yeah, it progresses in a really bad way. Seen photographs. Moo said of the littlest bug, he then had a hernia and had to have its surgery repaired while he was around 2 years old. He cried when it was time to go home from the hospital because he had to stop eating popsicles, and they turned the TV off. I'm so glad it was a positive experience for him. Jägermeister says that's somebody's daughter, and you name her the Great Hole, as a reference to what happened in the game. Force is saying no, it was because they removed the bench because of graffiti. They removed the gazebo a few years ago. Just how sad and frustrating that these spaces have to be made less hospitable and enjoyable for everybody because of, in this case, a couple of bad actors that are going out there and vandalizing them. Moose said, I bet it's the guy you engaged on Twitter. Since he thinks you're fat, he got the bench removed. God, what a... I would love whoever that was to maybe see this someday and realize the level of contempt that I think that everybody has for somebody who treats people on the internet like that. And then Sam Lander says, well, and as a baby, they can't really nurse well. Yeah. Forrest was saying that it was about by a bunch of 13-year-olds. Moo is saying, I think both of our kids are on their way to becoming hypochondriacs because they enjoy the attention. Is that a Munchausen syndrome? When you like simulate or pretend to be sick in order to get lots of attention, lots of weird exotic diseases, and then by proxy is when you're like doing it to others. God, I would really like to live in a world where that wasn't a thing, that I new about. But anyway, let's do a quick save of it. We're going to do a quick save here. And I suspect that for episode 11, we will once again dive into some combat encounters, because I like opening the episodes with those. We do one, maybe two of those, and then dive into story for the rest of the time. It's a lot of fun. So let's go very quickly. We're going to find somebody fun to raid. I just wonder what this whole section looks like. I don't know if people can see the mouse, for example, moving around as we get this set up. Oh, awesome. So there's some great people on, but I don't have near enough opportunities. Fluffy Magic Cat says, thank you for the stream. Thank you very much for hanging out. We are going to, so right now, we've got options for Ricardinho Just Vibing and JV McMaster, but it has been so long since I've had an opportunity to raid Diesel Jones, who is currently playing some Control. And since I haven't seen him playing it before, I suspect that he's fairly early on. Hopefully he's not at a point where Moo would have to duck out because of spoilers. I suspect it's probably going to be pretty early in the game. Yes, thank you guys. Sam Lander says thank you for the stream. You guys, thank you so much for hanging out. This was a lot of fun. I just got another new project at work, so we'll see how that goes. And as always, I like to close out of these episodes by saying it really means a lot that we can just sort of like have the pressures of the day fade away and talk about time traveling high school students and giant robots and memory erasing pills and exterminator robots and all the other fun stuff that tends to come up during these streams. On our way out, More Than Amiya is, as we speak, taping her most recent episode of Kyber Shards, which is the live play Dungeons & Dragons adventure that she's doing with the Kyber Shards crew. The episode that she's filming right now should be up on Monday, and the watch party will be on Mia's Discord on Monday evening. So if you don't see her big debut, you can do a YouTube search for Kyber Shards and catch the newest episode this coming week. With that said, thank you guys so much, and I hope you have a great night.